Mitt Romney, if there's one thing that he's against, it is special interest money coming in to influence politicians. I know, because this is what he said in the 1990s. Watch this.
But these kinds of associations between money and politics, in my view, are wrong. And for that reason, I would like to have campaign spending limits. And to say we're not going to spend more than this in certain campaigns, in a campaign for senator or a U.S. representative and so forth, because otherwise I think you have money playing far too important a role. I also would abolish PACs. You probably have one. I don't like them. I don't like the influence of money, whether it's business, labor, or any other group. I do not like that kind of influence. Lobbyists, I want to register, know who they are. I want to make sure that gifts are limited. I think we have to really become much more vigilant in seeing the impact on money, and I don't care how it's organized, on money and politics. I think contributions are fine. I just don't want them to be larger and larger. Look, it's $10 million this year. My guess is that that 6 years from now, the race will be 15, and after that, I mean, you hear California, Congressman Huffington, $25 million going to that race. The kinds of demands that are being placed on the economics of running a campaign suggest an increasing power on the part of moneyed interests, and I think it's wrong, and we've got to change it.
Mitt Romney talking about he's against moneyed interests, and then we got to change it. We got to do campaign finance reform. He's against PACs. Of course, you're not going to be surprised to find out that today Mitt Romney has the largest super PAC of any of the Republican candidates. He's taken more Wall Street money from business interests that he just talked against. Oh, I don't think business interests should be coming in and influencing politicians. Yeah, right, buddy. He's got more money coming in from Wall Street than any of the Republican candidates. In fact, more than the rest of them combined. Did you know that 10% of the billionaires in this country have already donated to Mitt Romney? He's already got 10% of the billionaires in his back pocket. He was worried about moneyed interests? What a joke this guy is. So, well, how about Citizens United that allows these corporations and these moneyed interests to spend unlimited money on those PACs that Mitt Romney just told you he was against? I mean, come on. Mitt Romney wouldn't change his positions, would he? Well, let's watch.
Well, I think the Supreme Court's decision was following their interpretation of the campaign finance laws that were written by Congress. My own view is that now we've tried a lot of efforts to try and restrict what can be given to campaigns. We'd be a lot wiser to say you can give what you like to a campaign. They must report it immediately. And the creation of these independent expenditure committees that have to be separate from the candidate, that's just a bad idea.
Bad decision, though, or no?
The decision. I'm not going to criticize the Supreme Court.
Wait a minute. You criticize the Supreme Court all the time when it's decisions you don't agree with, and you're among the Republicans that call them activist judges and how dare they, et cetera. They didn't give their interpretation of campaign finance reform. They said, we're going to gut campaign finance reform. We're going to get rid of it, basically, and allow these corporations to spend unlimited money, which was exactly the opposite of what campaign finance reform that past Congress wanted to do. These were activist judges that got rid of campaign finance reform, which you claim to be in favor of. In the middle of that answer to Chuck Todd, he confused things by, oh, yeah, PACs and something I'm opposed, I'm in favor. And then, so Chuck Todd was like, well, wait a minute, are you in favor of the decision or not? Citizens United, unlimited money going to PACs like yours. He's like, oh, I wouldn't criticize the Supreme Court. In other words, of course he's in favor of it. He's the same guy that earlier in the campaign said, of course corporations are people. What an unbelievable sellout, flip-flopper, slimy politician, corporate robot Mitt Romney is. I mean, he's the essence of a slimy politician that'll say anything to get elected. Oh, I'm running against Ted Kennedy in Massachusetts. Oh, I tell you, the moneyed interest, boy, golly gee willikers, they really upset me, and I want to see Ted Kennedy's tax returns. What's he hiding? Oh, it's many years later, I'm running a Republican primary. Of course I'm not going to give you my tax returns, and I think corporations giving the most amount of money to me is awesome. Mitt Romney is really the essence of a politician today in America, which is why so much of the electorate, including the Republican electorate, feels queasy about him, feels like there's something wrong with this guy. And which is also why, sickeningly, he's probably most likely to win.